Hey, you guys, what's going on? I know it's been a hot minute, but it is October. And you know, for me, that means that it's Ghostrick month. And I have decided to do something different. Just to have fun, I decided what if I made a main deck that was completely rare and normal rarities? And it's Ghostrick, of course. Can I win with it? You know, that was the big question that I had using no super rares or ultra rares. Of course, the main deck has to be that way because you can't play the deck without using some of those cards. But I thought I'm going to try and see if I can make this work. And if I can, I wonder how much fun it would be. And so far I'm off to a pretty good start with the build that I've got here. And yes, I do use quite a bit of the Ghostrick cards. They do put in quite a bit of work. Now, I know you're looking at that extra deck and thinking, okay, I see Zeus there. I haven't even used it yet. I keep forgetting that it's even there when I've been playing these duels. Same thing with the Salaman Great card. And then of course with the Underworld card there. I really haven't needed to use it, as you'll see from the replays, which you're about to see here. So, like I said, a good start, 5-0. And these decks, are they super strong? No. I mean, they're not super strong, but if you're wanting to play a deck and have fun with it, like I am with Ghostricks, just because I've always loved the theme, I've enjoyed the art, you can hang with these kind of decks that people are playing in there. And so I thought you guys might like to see what it looks like, especially if you're wanting to do something a little different, more casual based for this fall season. So go ahead and hop into the first one here. Boy, I love this archetype. I have played this deck, man, 2015, I want to say is when I first started playing it, and I've always enjoyed it. And I think one of the main reasons that I enjoy it, it's a grind. And so I'm not looking to finish my opponent quickly in one turn. I'm just trying to make sure that I have a way to play. And have true back and forth with my opponent. So an interesting choice of swords there, which tells me that he's not very confident with what he might be playing. I do go ahead and chain knight, just because it's hard sometimes, I feel, to chain in Master Duel. It's a little strange. Now, Mausoleum of White there, that's a pretty good card. You can really utilize that in pretty good ways. I have a pretty good spell myself with Museum. Every time an opponent attacks, it changes the card to defense. Now, as you can see, Skeleton's putting in some work already, banishing some cards. Now, I do like Claudron of the Old Man there. I think it's a fun card because I can gain life points if I need to. I can inflict damage if I want. And I just like slowly whittling away at my opponent. I like the back and forth. And even if I lose, I'm pretty content as long as I get that back and forth. So again, go ahead and banish. Use the effect here to go ahead and gain some life, because now they see these playing blue eyes, it is important to make sure that I have ways to survive attacks. So I did like this play. So because the card got targeted, he's actually able to add things, which I thought was pretty good. And I knew that was going to happen. But I still wanted to get the effects here because everything's going to chain, which is really nice. Now, I wasn't anticipating the trap, so that allows him to be safe. And he puts that card back in my hand, which really isn't that big of a deal. Also, any Ghostrick that goes to the actual grave is fine because I can get them back out with the Xyz monsters. So that's not an issue. Talk about a great card to get, right? Okay, so now I'm in firm control because all I have to do is make sure that I keep my cards face up and everything's going to be just fine. And you might be thinking, well, how are you going to do that? Well, the Link monster. So I go ahead and go into Festival here, and now all his cards are permanently stuck face down. So that is such an amazing card. Now, notice that allows me to go ahead and go to work here. And, you know, I've got everything I need to start really doing some good damage, which I like. And so I go ahead and do the burn, flip doll, flip Ginshi. Then I go ahead and get skeleton, normal the skeleton. Now I'm just going to attack in with everything. Museum's fine, because I want all the cards to go face down anyways. Doll would flip them face down. That's the nice thing about this deck having a Link monster. You really got to have that in order for this to work. If not, Doll's effect's going to cause all kinds of problems for yourself. Now, I did like the poly. I thought, okay, so polymerization's definitely going to work here. You can fuse when cards are face down. And I've seen this a lot lately where I've seen that dragon. It's just been used quite a bit. So I go ahead and use Festival's effect. Go ahead and put a card face down. He gets the direct attack in, which I'm perfectly fine with. It flips his card face down. He's able to set a trap again, which is fine. Now, what's interesting to me here is main phase 2, he doesn't realize he can flip the cards. That would have made a huge difference, I think, here for him, but he doesn't remember it, so I'll take advantage of the non-knowledge here. Okay, use Genshi's effect, gets me a Ghostrick, I normal it, flip everything, banish 5. I love seeing that effect go off of Skeleton. Go ahead and start attacking here, and go ahead and attack with Skeleton, and just because I can, I'm going to go ahead and attack with Doll for the game. So, it doesn't happen very often, but love the back and forth that I had there with that person. And I really felt in firm control most of the time, so I thought that was fine. Now, the next deck that I'm facing is another Blue Eyes. And so this one is definitely looked more like one of the starter decks that you get when you first start playing. And so again, I don't know that when I first go into these, so that's perfectly fine. Yep, everything loading. Yeah, notice I've got the theme. I've got the Ghostrick theme for my side. Have the sleeves, just because I do enjoy it. Now, Werewolf is honestly not a very good card. I mean, it's got decent attack for what the deck's trying to do, but I usually just link it off. Every now and then I do use the effect just to use it, because it is a little bit of burn, but it's not significant burn. Now you might be thinking, man, why chain that to the decoy dragon? Well, I was afraid he might link it off and get a special summon off. I didn't know exactly what he was playing, so I thought I'll do that. Now, Parade's okay. It's not the best field spell. I mean, it depends on the situation. So with Parade, what's nice about it, it gives me a card, which is really good. But I take direct damage, and then if I'm attacking, I can't really do a lot of damage, and so I don't like that. Now, Skeleton's effect still goes off. He has to banish 1. And sometimes a traditional deck like this could compete with Ghostrick just fine. Just because of the way that it's built, you know, you can go back and forth, which is pretty fun. And I love Gingshi. You've really got to make sure that you've got that card ready to go. If not, that becomes a huge issue. There's the special summon. Yeah, and I'm not sure why there wasn't an attack there. If someone knows, I really don't. I'd be curious why that ends up working. Ring of Fire is fine. Okay, so we both take the 400. I'm not worried about that. I'm still able to link. That keeps his Blue Eyes face down, which is really nice. Yep, so this is a good situation for me. I just get out another Gingshi. Then he attacks in. I get to activate the effect. He should have attacked with the 1900 beater, but that does not end up happening. And then I'm able to get the draw when Spectre specials. So that's really nice in that situation. Now, what's good here, and I really do like when I can go into Duel, he's just so effective. And then that allows me to go into Angel, and now I'm cooking. Because notice what I ended up getting here. I sent Dulon, which will give me any Ghostrick card back. That's what's so great about that. Have the field spell, so if they decide to attack, everything's good. Notice the Ghostrick Knight putting in good work, but now they can't do their battle phase, so I'm perfectly fine with that. If that card gets destroyed, that's the other effect, so it's very good in that way. If it gets banished, that's when you've got a real problem. What a card, right? I mean, that came in very clutch there that I had that. I really do like Swords of Concealing Light. It's good against a deck that plays like this, to where you aren't going to have a lot of link monsters that you're going against, because I feel like that card used to be pretty good. It used to put in a lot of work, and then it fell off because people just were using links so much, but that's definitely changed. And so now I've got another knight. All those have to stay face down unless he tributes. I do just go ahead and normal summon Wolf. He has to banish 3, go to battle phase, attack. The same thing where he gets to draw a card, no damage. But this time Skeleton will do damage. And I am purposefully keeping Angel there in defense. She's just so valuable. You really do want her in defense. I know it's tempting sometimes to go for that 2k damage. I want the board control. That's always what I'm going for with Ghostrick builds. So go ahead and I get Ghoul here, which is good. Now here's where the burn comes in. So 700, I mean, it's okay. Banishes 4. He is starting to get a little low. Use Ghoul's effect. Okay, I'm gonna flip the rest of these face down so I don't run into like a Mirror Force or something. He uses Rush recklessly, and I'm thinking, oh, that's perfectly fine. It mitigates a little bit of the damage that he has to take. My card flips face down, and that's fine. Again, if I was using Museum, but it's a super rare, then I wouldn't have to worry about my card flipping. And I'd have a 5700 beater, which would be very difficult to get around. But again, then I'm taking away from the challenge, right? I want the challenge. I just go ahead and flip this because I think that I've got the duel. I'm gonna go ahead and do the burn. So I got the 700, activate the effect, and then there's the surrender. And so I like that I'm able to use all my cards and their different effects in a way that does do something, right? I mean, that's what we're looking for in these kind of duels, is if we're gonna have fun. And that to me is what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is truly about. I love fun Yu-Gi-Oh! Where I can have true back and forth. I'm not worried about trying to finish my opponent in one turn. Have I done that? Absolutely. If you've been watching my channel, you know that that is something that I've done many different times. But if you see the way that I like to duel, I like the back and forth. And Ghostrick builds is one of my favorite ways to play because it forces my opponent to play how I would like to play. Now, does it always work? No, especially with Ghostricks, because they got to have some momentum to get going. So nowadays, if I do play my Eldritch version, which I showed last year around this time, because that actually puts in some pretty good work when I'm facing people. But again, this is my fun build. Like, this is a build I would easily take to a local, and I think people would have a good time with it. Now, this duel right here should have been over. Like 1000%, he has the game. Looking at the board that he built, I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna lose in one turn here. You know what happens, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, that's fine. There's the Chaos form, so I'm like, okay, so Chaos Max is gonna be coming out, that's fine. Melody of the Awakening Dragon gets it to his hand. He's got the alternative. I'm like, okay, so alternative is gonna come out at some point. He's gonna pop my festival, and then he'll attack with the rest of the cards for game. I mean, that that was my thinking right there. There's the game. But he doesn't do that. And I was like, what? Wait a minute, what just happened here? Why did we go to the end phase? I honestly think he forgot to do battle phase. Now, the hard part is, though, is if you sleep on this deck, it is going to hurt you. Because all I need is a card like that, Swords of Concealing Light, to flip everything face down, and now I'm in control of this duel. And so I do use Claudrin to gain some life, because I was worried about the Chaos Max, especially if it attacked anything in defense. That would be an issue. Now, I know Museum's there, but I didn't want to have to worry about that. Like, that was something that I thought, ooh, this could get ugly if he types in and pops Museum somehow. Now, he puts the swords back into my hand, and I'm like, yeah, that works out even better for me. So now I just get to use it again if I want to, which I do. And so use the effective game sheet, go ahead and get Spectre because I like what it can do. Attack for the 4, Museum flips it down for me so I don't have to activate the effect. I do go into another festival because I want to keep those cards face down. Use Claudrin to go ahead and get that extra 1500. And it's a fun card. If you know me, I also like burn. So I like having that card. Now, this was good. So he goes for the Tyrant Dragon. So the fusion was very effective here, but he gets rid of Festival. Yeah, I think that's what that is. No, Ghostrick Knight, that's it. So he gets rid of that, so that stops the battle phase from happening. So sometimes I think people forget you don't want to necessarily pop that right away, especially if your field's pretty open. So I just thought that was interesting. So another Swords of Concealing Light, which is huge. You know, that's definitely something I needed. And I thought, oh man, what are the odds that he'd get the fusion again? Now, this is a nice card. I used to love using this card when I did the Blue Eyes deck back in the day. Back when it was actually meta. I mean, there was a time where it was meta for a short time there after the Monarch builds of 2016. At least I think it was 2016, something like that. That's when I really started to get into true competitive, I'm trying to win tournaments Yu-Gi-Oh! Which I did have some success. I had some nice top 5 finishes, or would win a local occasionally, so I definitely enjoyed that. Now, this is where I'm getting so far up that I feel confident that I can start doing some damage. And I go ahead and start, going in. Everything's gonna flip here because of Doll anyways. That's why I bring out Festival. There's the effective Doll. It is a mandatory effect that has to go through. And I'm feeling good. I do go ahead and book here. I just want to make sure he can't flip anything. I know that might seem like a waste, but to me it is not. So I've got good damage that I can do again here. Okay, so I go ahead and burn, and then I was going to be able to attack for games. So again, might seem like a waste of a Book of Moon, but not if it means I get to keep my control. That is definitely what I'm trying to go for in that situation. I know, it's like the Night of the Blue Eyes, right? I mean, that's all I kept thinking as I was looking at this. I'm like, my goodness, we got one Blue Eyes deck after another. So pretty interesting. I wonder if the rest of the ones I'm going to do are going to be like that. Because I've been trying to, just go ahead and put some stuff together for Ghostrick month for me. Just because I enjoy the deck so much. For all those other Ghostrick fans out there, I hope you're enjoying the build and the challenge that I've got here. Start off with Wolf, go into Festival. Right away he specials here, and that's fine. Targets my Ghostrick and gets rid of it. I don't have very much that I can do there, and that's okay. So there's the Mausoleum of White. Uses the effect to power it up, and I thought, man, unless you have like a Silver Cry, I'm not sure that's the best use of that. I am able to flip his card face down, activate Gingshi, go ahead and get another Ghostrick card. This time I go for Snow. Such a good card. Okay, now I really do like that card where you can special summon one from the grave. It's pretty good. Go into Dulan, then go into Angel, use the effect to get Knight. Dulan's effect is going to give me back Scare, which is really good. Go ahead and flip that, or put all those back down. Then I go ahead and get Claudrin. I can't attack because I don't have the field spell yet, and I don't want to. Again, see, there's the problem. The amount of times where things don't work out the way I want them to, because I don't know if I have my chaining set to the right thing on Master Duel. Still works. I'm still able to build the board I wanted to build. So now I got 2 of these, which I'm pretty excited about. Those are always good cards. Okay, so now I've got the field spell that I want. So now I can actually start attacking if I want to. Activate the effect so I can get a Ghostrick card. And it's going to send them face down anyways, which is really nice. So I have no fear of flipping on my turn, which is really good. And I really should have switched Angel to defense there. So that was a definite miscue on my part. Now that's a good play, because that's going to get rid of one of the Claudrin cards. That's also going to go ahead and bring out that card there. I'm trying to remember the name of it. But it causes a card to be negated. But I thought it was weird, no attack. So he must be worried about his cards going face down. I thought that was really interesting. So go ahead and attack, get good damage in. my card's going to flip face down. Jet's going to come out here. Go ahead and flip everything. Activate the effect to do some burn. I go ahead and go into Festival here because it doesn't matter. The effects were negated for Angel, so my thinking is I might as well do something different. Now, this is a pretty good card because he can destroy a bunch of cards to get rid of mine, so that's actually pretty good. He did get rid of Knight though, so he can't attack. I'm able to chain Spectre because I had a Ghostrick card get destroyed. It special summons, give me a draw, which is really good. He's able to go ahead and get lots of resources back. Can't do his battle phase because he destroyed Knight. Again, the effect comes into play. I don't think people realize that, but it is there. Okay, so I'm able to go ahead, get a card, normal summon, activate the effect. I'm gonna book this one. Okay, and he does chain here, which I had a feeling might happen, and that's fine. I go into a la carte. Okay, then I go into Angel, activate the effect, send a la carte, get Knight. A la carte's effect is going to go ahead and give me Scare. So again, I'm feeling very confident where I'm at now in the duel. That allows me to actually attach it again. That's a really good card. The one that special summons one from the grave or the hand. That spell card, it's very effective. Go ahead and flip. I'm going to flip down the blue eye, so now he can't use it. Shakti didn't at least try to attack one of my cards. There we go with the swords, and I've got everything I need now, and yep, there's the duel. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. That's the first day. I have some more videos coming, again, because for me, it's Ghostrick month. And so, this one I wasn't able to show the replay, but it was just a basic Galaxy Eyes deck. But yeah, so guys, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll hit that like button. And I hope you guys will be subscribers to the channel. We always would love to have you guys be with us. And hey, we'll see you next time.
Yeah! Wait for your next challenge. I know that you'll be back.